Locked.
You know how much the Ordo Luminous dislikes the Knobs. If they catch us here, I'm in big trouble.
This letter mentions a secret camp. Apparently our man was involved in its creation. It also talks about a chest he would have had, in the quarters of the Order, here in San Mateus. We may find clues there that will allow us to discover the location of the camp. The key we found must open this chest. Let's leave. Let's go and see what it contains. It's a key. Most likely the key to a chest, with the emblem of the Ordo Luminous. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
Hey, you! Who are you? And what are you doing in Father Claudius's home?
De Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
My colleague has been away for the last few days. May I know exactly what it is about your status as a diplomat that gives you the right to enter his home in his absence?
My status is the reason why the Mother Cardinal asked me to investigate. She wants to know where Father Claudius might have disappeared to. I offered to go to his home to see if I could find some information, hence why I'm here.
Really? Well, I find that very strange. Why would the Mother Cardinal ask that some strangers who do not belong to our order try to find him?
How would we know? Perhaps you want us to go find her together. I'm sure she'll be delighted to see how you've been treating the representative of one of her allies.
That won't be necessary, but know that I am keeping an eye on you.
As you wish. I hope I don't see you again, Father.
This man is a monster, like the other Red Suns. Did you see the way he looked at me? I'm certain that he didn't believe you. He will probably come back.
We should make use of this moment of respite to go visit the quarters of the Order and find the chest there. Let's hope they aren't infested with members of the Inquisition.
Annulment, do you need?
I'm asleep. Thanks to these documents, we'll be able to show the natives where the conversion camp is, and the times when new prisoner convoys will get there too.
I hope they'll manage to free our brothers and sisters who are prisoners. What these monsters are doing to them is horrible.
back.
So, did you discover...
I found some information that should allow you to locate the conversion camp. And I also found a note about a prisoner convoy coming soon.
Why come and tell us all of this if your intention is just to betray us?
Betray you? How so?
You're not the ones this so-called legate betrayed. We are.
You? I have no commitment to your order. It is with Ptolemy that we are allied. Your nation, that you are prepared to drag into a war against the natives, with the sole purpose of converting a few of them in your torture camp, even if you have to kill all the others.
What are you talking about? Are you saying Claudius managed to complete his great conversion camp project?
Don't pretend that you did not know.
I did not, but now that I do, I will do everything in my power to continue his work. And the first step will be to eliminate those who would denounce us. The Mother Cardinal focuses too much on politics, when she should be following her faith instead.
We will fight these monsters by your side, Onol Menawi.
Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. These men were our enemy. The monsters torturing my people.
Even though the Ordo Luminis' actions are atrocious, Ptolemy must not learn of our involvement in this matter. Our alliance could suffer.
Do not worry about it. We will...
And we will make these bodies disappear. Nobody will ever know what happened to them.
Except for our Mal, of course. Queen Deirdre will be grateful.
I hope it will help her to see that we're not enemies. She seemed very distrustful when I met her.
In any case, do not worry about this camp. She will not let our people be imprisoned. She may even ask for your help in destroying it.
Perhaps. In the meantime, please give her my regards.
Bertir to mad on all Menawi. And...
Honor, do you need?
I'm...
What can I do for you, my child?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. Ptolemy was hoping to convert. I tried to teach you some of the basics, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your...
I'll see you later.
Take care, my...
Cousin! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
We don't appear to be in top form. A house intrigue's keeping you from finding proper sleep.
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
I would like, if you would allow me the honor, to introduce Bishop Petrus, emissary of Ptolemy.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
Enchanted to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Ptolemy, and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
She has my most sincere thanks. But before speaking further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind.
I've been to the neighboring cities, as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information. The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon, an evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my son.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Ptolemy hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Ptolemy and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on his investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my son.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.
Look out for yourself.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Raynor. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him in. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. I need the help of my...
How can I refuse such a request? Well then, let's go.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an...
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a... I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not...
How could we ever find anything?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task.
It is a very good idea, but
I understand. Come on.
What was your role at my uncle's court?
No.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us.
My name is Desadeh. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I'm Siora, Donegad, of the Gaius-Rad.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends anyway. Knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what...
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take the natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for office. Front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat. But most exercises take place...
Impressive.
Only the best come here. Those who have combat. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained. But you already know all of this, Kurt.
Yes.
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. Our role is sensitive, and our location.
Does this man not realize that I'm a Donegad?
I noticed you're a native, but you're a friend of Kurt's, so I trust you will be discreet.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I'd never heard of this elite squad.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush them. Our leaders demand secrecy.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable that these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time.
I agree, and I have things...
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rain.
You've become a real sap. Fine. but try not to disrupt the dish.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you...
Lieutenant,
Respectfully, Captain.
here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He was...
At your orders. I'm listening.
How did you become an instructor?
I have led numerous squadrons before. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past.
That's very impressive. And I expected...
Yes.
What kind of
I
training?
can't go into details, but...
You mean to blindly follow orders?
We also teach them to analyze...
How do the various squadrons in this camp...
The recruits I train are intended...
Really?
I teach them how to blend into the background.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the...
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious... I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rayner, a recruit...
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must...
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you.
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits.
We'll question some of your...
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about this...
At your orders, Captain.
Can you tell us about your...
The recruits who come here are the best. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, exactly what you'd expect.
What kind of training?
Combat in natural settings. Combat again.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic they need.
Now, these are complex, secret maneuvers.
That's a pity.
I heard the recruit Rayner trained here. What can you tell me?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rayner fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happened. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to...
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow...
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking...
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rayner.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rayner left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything.
Thank you.
Thank you, sire.
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it. Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to...
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with...
You've sure got the military...
Yes, Captain.
How would you describe your training?
Yes, we do. Well, not...
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes.
Problems remembering things?
No, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No, of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my trip.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
Soldier!
Captain!
At ease, soldier.
You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rainer. And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about...
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain.
That's an interesting...
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm. Spectre.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well.
What's really going on here? We know that Rainer didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the guards. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor. An extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
And they call us barbarians. We could never put our own children through this.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rainer, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our...
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrade.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon...
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Good. Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially taught. Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's 2 parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
You're full of anger, Sengots. Take a deep breath and think. Then tell us your plan.
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to kill. It says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Locked. This room. What could have happened in here?
I know the smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
These people have turned this place into a site of suffering. It will take years of work to erase its traces.
This document explains a lot. Raynor shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
That's the young man who helped us, isn't it? They will probably kill him for it.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself. I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You surprise me once again, Kurt. You're full of compassion for these youngsters.
They're just kids.
It's blocked. Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Let's see what you're capable of. I'll teach you how to dance.
We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Soldiers! Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. To arms!
When my master of arms was in the guard, he always repeated, fight with honor. What honor is there in lynching one of your own when he's defenseless? What honor is there in being forced to kill one another the moment one of you refuses to toe the line?
Save your moralizing. All that matters is success.
Show them how far they're...
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
You'd better stay here until we've taken care of the camp's captain.
I'll try to dress my wound in the meantime.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape. Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly. It's blocked.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits.
execute these traitors.
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight, and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Put your weapons down and no one will get hurt.
Really? What do you think will happen when High Command learns about this? You'll be considered traitors and deserters.
Death is all that awaits us. Hut!
It was nearly Wilhelm's turn tonight. It could have been any of you.
Lies! Only the weak fall. So we must prove that we aren't among them.
Nonsense. I've seen more combat than any of you, and I've seen hundreds of soldiers die. Weak or not. I've seen this kind of camp before, full of torture and sadistic officers. I thought it was a thing of the past, but I was wrong. So help me make sure this camp really is the last of them.
You're right, Captain. If we don't put down our weapons, this will never end.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards.
Their training wasn't finished, Captain, and the speeches were so convincing.
Silence! Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
The victims of your absurd manipulation died in vain.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours up for so long.
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about. In the meantime, you stay here to take care of survivors, Wilhelm. I'll make sure you receive your transfer orders quickly.
I'll do my best, Captain. Thanks again.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the Commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the Commander's project to the Governor of the Congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinger.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave.
Have you considered my
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep here.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about it?
We must search her apartments. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't...
This is taking quite a... The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught. And my cousin's position would be weak.
I know. But keep in mind that I know... And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need...
That would improve our chance.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Did you?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matthias lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try and retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
This area of the palace is forbidden to visit.
We did not know. Please.
The basements are for servants.
Very well. We'll go.
This area.
We did very well.
This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans. Locked.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually...
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these. Let's rummage around some more. For goodness sake, this room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking. We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in laymen, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should also follow the trail left by this document, my child. The moneylender may give us information about the famous Candy Cane.
We should also question the manager of the tavern while passing through. He will surely have some information to give us. Or to sell us.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I know that you know the Mother Cardinal. She borrowed money from you on several occasions. I want to know why.
Where did you find that out? Who told you?
I want to know why she borrows money from you.
Lending money is my job. It's not illegal. And I don't have to give you an answer.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously. All of San Mateus knows that name.
Can you tell me about him?
I don't know him personally. We've never been introduced. But rumour has it that he often hangs out in the basement at the Coin Tavern. You ask far too many questions. My guys will make you regret sticking your nose in other people's business.
Maybe enlightened protect me in this battle. Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Stop! You're gonna kill them! I'll tell you everything. But after that, leave me be and do not come back.
Why is the Cardinal borrowing money from you and how does she pay you back so quickly?
I have no idea. And to be honest, I don't care in the slightest. All I can do is assure you that she's not helping herself to the city funds, if that's what you're thinking.
How could you possibly know that?
Because San Mateus is rich, but not that rich. With a Cardinal, we're talking about...
And what's Candy Cane's role in all of this?
I don't know. I really have no dealings with him. We have never met, and I have no... He and the Cardinal have a connection, but I just lend money. I have nothing to do with him. My advice to you is don't get involved. Those two are dangerous.
I would advise you to keep all of this to yourself.
I don't want any trouble. I will be as silent as a stone.
Can I get you anything?
I'm here for something else. Can I ask...
If you wish. What would you like to...
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have ever been here?
Are you drunk or something?
You sometimes deliver goods to your big clients, isn't that right?
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from the palace?
Yes, that has happened. It suits them.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how things work?
A woman? Dressed in a long green...
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big green coat, the steward speaks to her sometimes. They know each other or work together.
What can you tell me about a...
Candy cane. Everyone speaks about him, or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
And what do they say about him?
Here, nothing. You need...
To the games room and the...
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they'd talk about...
I have to go. Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager?
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously. Even though I would prefer it wasn't. He's a sort of... organizer. He captures most of the beasts who...
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If that's the case, why don't you stop?
He has friends, protectors. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel...
Do you know where I can find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you to stay away from the guy.
I know how to look after myself. Thanks for the information. Has the Mother Cardinal ever come?
The Mother Cardinal? And why not Saint
I must...
Next time...
Can I get... Look who it is. I feel that once again, you're not here.
I have to go.
Feast for the eyes. So, have you found what you were...
Let's just say that I'm gathering it.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will. For you, I'm sure we can...
Here you are.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you.
Look, a new... Oh, but wouldn't that be... Hello, Father.
Oh, hello.
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe your...
Absolutely not. I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients, and I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't...
Very well.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Sorry, madam, but we're here to ask other favors. This question might seem a little surprising, but...
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get...
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my...
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like?
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I don't...
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the client.
You can't even give me a single name?
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman who is always wearing a green coat. She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever she arrives.
Do you think that an important person from Thélème could have partaken in these swaps?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of degenerates.
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer our questions.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she dabbles in that.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testament. Admit it, you must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing.
Please continue.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no reason, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh?
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. This woman in the green coat. Could you tell me?
She always hides her face and never joins. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the...
I see. She is quite important. Do you know someone who goes by the name of...
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name...
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name.
Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my clients if they suspected me of speaking about them, you know.
Good day.
Welcome.
On what would we be...
On the fight. Quite a few...
What is...
It's a play. Next time...
Can I...
Look who is here.
I'm looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears a long green...
Yes, I have seen this coat before. But I have no idea who... All I know is that I've seen her speaking to a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
I have to go. Good day.
Welcome.
I'm looking for someone. A woman.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has prime information.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't even know her name.
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll show up.
I must...
Next time!
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain candy can, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he's just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer. Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true. You're right. Let's come back later. Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy King?
Who are you?
De Sardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petulant.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green...
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no.
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to...
I have faith in you, Father. What an astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius. Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenie. She supervises the theologians who discovered them. You should find her a bit further in the...
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by...
How could they have learned of the tablets' existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are in...
I must leave you.
May the enlightened...
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence. Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were... Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot...
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matteo...
Whom do you suspect of being the...
Alas. I'm afraid there are many. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted it, or it could have been vengeance by those who...
Where were the tablets?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to... But first, we wanted to examine them in order to... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine someone was keeping...
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that serious. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them.
Well, thank you for these...
I am the one who should be thanking you.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of Saint... Are you one of the theologians who helped...
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is... And then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you...
Most of them were not in favor of us living among... They were afraid we might chase them out. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint... I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. Thank you. Greetings. Desarde. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to...
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How...
I have no idea. The door was...
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were...
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we can...
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many others. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand.
Well, thank you.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Thélème, hoping to study some new tech. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about... But they were very reluctant to give us any answers. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. The warriors and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. And it has proved nothing but I would like to go back to work now.
Of course. I will leave you to... There is only one entrance and the door shows no...
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But someone must have informed... It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this...
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to... They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them. Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child.
Tell me about how you...
We did not create it from the ground up. It was... The islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to... We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory, and everything here fit the description of Saint... So, we decided...
I must leave.
May the...
Father. Why share this village with the...
To replicate and resume the work of... If he came here and managed to convert them by living side...
How well do you get along?
Very well, of course. Yes.
Left?
Oh, some of their...
And how well?
There are no Onol-Manawi and no warriors here either.
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. But, in the meantime, nobody thought we could live side...
I must...
May the...
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader.
Hello. Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol-Manawi among the Logead Blau. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of...
I'm not sure.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Thélème.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that they were asking questions. One morning, they were building houses next to ours.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you.
As long as we refused to listen to them. They were violent, and they destroyed some. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But
one of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sick. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the...
What happened to your warriors? Why did
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course. And divorce.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men. Perhaps wiser than they are.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right. But you may also...
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you...
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back. And my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who...
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray...
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
Like...
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
On the other hand, had they followed their chief's example, this wouldn't have happened. Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. Greetings.
Bertir Tumad. Yes, that is me.
What can you tell me about Lair, your former...
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of...
No. This is not...
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what...
Tell me where the exiles are. I must retrieve these...
You're asking me to betray my son.
I promise. But if he reacts violently, I'll have to defend myself.
Then I hope he'll be reasonable. Bran and the others are hiding in the woods. Beyond the circle.
Thank you, Vindwal. Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
I hope you don't intend to fight them. They've already had to leave their families and their homes. They've suffered enough.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was its back. It would be smarter to take the other path.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is to return to Eden. What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son.
I think so. I managed to retrieve the tablets discreetly.
I am glad to hear that you managed to retrieve them. I will go talk to my son now. He needs to stop seeking revenge and find a new clan.
That would indeed be wiser. Vengeance has no positive repercussions. I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on...
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are...
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a cut. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were... I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you...
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Is it you who helped my warriors discover what the men of the Red Sun were doing?
Indeed.
Then I thank you. It's probably because you are an Onolmenawi that you are different from the other Renaigse. What do you seek?
Can you tell me something about your belief?
We believe that we are part of an everything, and that life depends on our strength is drawn from that which we protect, and that which surrounds us feeds and protects.
What can you tell me about your...
I have heard this question before. You say rituals are the business of the Donegada, not of the... Anything more?
Concerning this story about a cult...
Enough! Enough questions. I have not...
Good day. Are you the... wise man?
Burt tir dumad Renaigse. I am the Donegad, yes.
I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
The people of your island are constantly asking questions, yet reject any answers. Questions have no value when one already claims to.
But...
It is your case. You believe you know the answer. Answer your own questions. At least then the answers will please you.
That is not what I...
Qua awelemseg. May your answers fill your day with bounty.
Can't you leave us alone?
Traitor. An Onolmenawi does not wear the dress.
Leave me be! Even your thoughts are loud and break my peace!
You have a strange stare, Renaigse. Leave me alone.
Good day.
Do you want something?
Could you answer a few questions?
Questions. It is a word that you adore. Let us play a game. If you answer my...
If it's the only way to get answers, then...
I am pleased. We will have fun. But beware, no lies. What name is given the place from where you come?
I come from Serene, a grand city on the continent of Gicane.
Really? It is possible that you come from there, but I believe that this is not your land. Your turn.
This is a delicate question, but would you know any...
A demon? I think that is what the bright and shiny mind shakers call the spirits, no? There are spirits everywhere. In you and in us, in each tree, in each... There is not only one. I cannot tell you more if you are not more precise in what you seek. Let's try something else. Are you on Onolmenawi with your land? Or did you inherit your link from your parents?
I'm not bound. Or at least I haven't done anything in particular to bind myself.
Then it was your parents. One of them at least must have been Donega. Your turn.
Your village seems different than the others. Why is...
Each village is different than the others. It is the reflection of those who live in it, and of all that surrounds. Vedlug is the village of the lightning-struck wood in your...
Why do you call it that?
It is said that there was once a great fire that burned all the surrounding wood. But one tree that burns nourishes a new tree, greener and stronger than before. We are like her. Even wounded, we rise again, stronger than we were. Our warriors are known for this by all. It was fun. More than with a woman who makes light. She did not want...
Birtir to Mad, Anam.
What can you tell me about the beliefs of...
The beliefs of the village? That is, our beliefs are the same as those we believe in the earth, in the rain that quenches us, in the beasts that feed us. I do not know what more I can say.
Tell me about the missionaries that came here. Those who wear the symbol of the sun on their...
When they came, they spoke about their bright and shine, said that nature was just nature, and not these men know nothing. We ignored them. She sniffed around everywhere, asking. I was told that she tried to enter my own home. I even saw her trying to... She must be careful. It is easy to get lost in...
What can you tell me about your ritual?
Our rituals? Nothing. Nothing. I am not a denegad. Even you. You should be able to tell them. Why you bother me with the... Go and bother...
You're different from the others.
Different? Why?
Well, for one, you answer me when I speak.
You others. When we don't answer you, you start digging for answers everywhere else. I am a gatherer. I hunt a little. I do my part for the life of the village.
This question... a dark spirit, if...
No. There is no such thing as dark spirits. Your question is not strange. Foolish, perhaps.
I must leave.
You are from the continent, are you not? You are different than the people from...
Indeed. I am from the congregation of merchants. My name is Disardet. To whom do I have the privilege?
Sister Ephesia, envoy of Ptolemy, by the grace of the Illuminated. Enchant, the Mother Cardinal has tasked me to investigate...
She also sent me here.
What excellent news. How might I help you?
How has your mission fared up until now?
Not very well, I'm afraid. I haven't been able to... Their chief and their priest are evasive when questioned. Their behavior can be quite odd. They'll spend hours just... But as soon as I come close, they chase me away. They frighten... There is a heavy veil of evil here. Perhaps you should talk to them.
I managed to exchange a few words with some villagers.
And did they tell you anything worth sharing?
I know little more about their beliefs. They worship nature and do not intend to change. It is certainly different from the luminous faith, but it's hardly demonic worship. Yet, there's something strange about this village. One of the villagers that spoke with me seemed truly worried. On edge, even.
I think I know of whom you speak. A man always looking over his shoulder. He often sneaks out of the village like a thief. I attempted to follow him, but he always eludes me. I tried to get into his hut to see if he was hiding anything. But someone was always there.
Then we should give it a try. Perhaps we'll fare...
Anything else?
How has your mission fared?
Not very well. But there is perhaps...
And
did they...
I know it is one...
I feel
then we...
anything...
Have you been here for a long time?
Since the beginning of my investigation. Although it feels like I'm not particularly fond of the wild, and I find this place unsettling.
I see.
Anything else?
That will be all.
That man was looking uneasy. He must be hiding something. Maybe in his house.
He doesn't look inclined to let us in. We'll have to distract him.
We could break one of his pots. That would keep him busy. Or we could ask for help.
I can pretend to be clumsy, but we'll have to work fast, and it will only work once.
Go away, Renite. Go away, Renite. go away.
The Sengedin Anadas are known for being terrifying on the battlefield. Perhaps they wear masks such as this one.
I will admit that it's rather ghastly, but I'm almost certain that the warriors of this island wear these things in battle. This painting is frightening, evoking war, a massacre, a bloodbath under the likeness of a grimacing face. This altar is incredibly morbid. I wonder what sort of spirit could be venerated in this way.
This sort of offering and its seals resembles nothing that we call upon in our rituals. I have never seen anything like it. It is a troubling sight. I have never seen anything like this before. This is very violent and bloody. Daedra's clan has always been a bit different.
We should go tell Sister Ephesia about it. She will have some advice for us. Did you learn anything?
No. Nothing more.
I was able to sneak into the hut of our mystery...
And what did you discover?
Some troubling things. A ritual mask, a rather morbid altar, and a fresco depicting a massacre.
By the Enlightened. To think these unholy things were so... Finally, the proof we need that there's a blood-worshipping cult. They cannot perform their heinous pagan rituals, and I'm certain that it's where our nervous friend sneaks off to. I failed to find where he goes. But you have already proven...
I shall try.
Thank you for your help.
We should wait until nightfall and follow him. Here we could hide and wait. We would be able to see where this sleepless boy goes during night.
Wake up, Greenblood. He's here.
Where could our man have gone?
He must have gone through this door, made out of roots. What's happening? You are so pale. Did the lightning-struck tree speak to you?
In a way.
Do tell. This vision.
I was this tree, and my branches were shaken by a storm, so the heavens caught fire several times, and I felt the lightning strike and pierce me through and through. A sinister warmth took hold of my entire body in an instant, and flames began to devour. Life left me. All was calm, and I had a taste. In spite of this, I continued to feel. And at the very heart of my being, I felt the sap begin to flow again. A shoot appeared on my dark, then the vision dissipated. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. The drawing on this stone resembles a symbol that must represent the... The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it on this stone, the sun is visible. This stone has an image of the moon. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it's supposed to have... Here this looks like a snowflake. The snow or the drawing on this stone represent... I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
The story of the tree is key. Try to remember.
I was this tree, and my branches were shaken by a storm so strongly that this stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This drawing looks like an infant. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Things are about to get dicey.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
You've no magic left. Drink a potion. You did it right. By awakening these stones in the right order, the door opened.
Close duis, atuda yam canadedole, tadulan vrandi, alaun eles agen ole vei. Closi garamam itelami olflinau ich egrem. Closi gedem dayentis olarabeni a ol slai. Vanqua sakengedem fradem adigalem. Linquid winterbuso galamsani. Tugom benis gremos nigawi. Renkasie krimaderem denegau edent. Clos duis, aruject nes diri.
Lois de drama na des Gideon, Arenta. Esparnu fradi, damagengadan yadiga la dandean. Esparnu fradi, dawe gaishidon. Ag esparnu fradi, dawe gremos anagui.
What a strange ritual. I have never seen anything like it. The rituals of my village are not quite as scary.
In any case, Theleme's story suddenly sounds way more plausible. The Denegad who performed the ritual was the villagers. We should go talk to Deirdre.
What do you seek?
We found your sanctuary and assisted in one of your blood rituals. What's the apparition we witnessed? The demon the priests were talking about?
What is clear is these priests know nothing, and you know nothing.
I am not from Theleme. I cast no judgment upon your beliefs. But if you want us to help you, you need to help us understand.
I doubt that you would be able to understand. Very well. I'll attempt to help you make sense of what you witnessed. The ritual you saw is a ceremony to summon forth the strength of our war. Our people have always lived in harmony with nature. Our very existence revolves around her. She talks to us and takes on many faces. What you have witnessed is just one. Confronting the threat that the Renoixi make up, we called them for their blessing, and they appeared to us.
Can we contact them? I mean, is communication possible?
What you witnessed was not a but if you visit a sanctuary, you may see one of the faces, and then you will be able to talk. Pass the mountains and head to the swamps. There, if you perform the ritual, you will see them come, though what you will hear may not be to your liking.